Tonight, who wants to be a property millionaire?
If being retired means that I can get up when I want, go out when I want and work in my pyjamas watching telly, then yeah, I'm retired.
Buy to let, learning the secrets of the new tycoons. But will your investment be as safe as houses? Good evening. Tonight we're going to meet Britain's new property magnates. They've all invested in the rapidly growing buy-to-let market, and many of them have seen the value of their properties go through the roof. But, as yesterday's interest rate rise showed, the days of very cheap mortgages may be coming to an end, and some experts are beginning to warn about the pitfalls of buy-to-let. Jonathan Maitland, himself a would-be property tycoon, investigates the potential and the perils of investing in bricks and mortar.
Tonight we're going to take a look at the winners and losers in the fastest growing property game in town.
The thing about buy-to-let is that more and more ordinary people are doing it. I mean, 5 years ago, about £2 billion was invested in buy-to-let mortgages. But now that figure is 35 billion, which means there's been a 17-fold increase in the amount of money going into that kind of property. So clearly, for some people, property is a better bet than a pension. And what's more, some aren't just buying one house, but scooping up several at a time. It is a bit of a game though, and as we'll see later on in this programme, things can go badly wrong, but with careful planning and a bit of luck, you could end up a winner.
So this is the first one you bought 11 years ago, yeah?
Yes.
Rather appropriately, number one.
Lee Beven has become a mini property tycoon, and it all started here at number 1 Innage Croft in Shifnal, Shropshire. She made a modest profit of £1,500 when she sold this place and ploughed it into her next house. Then she slowly built up a property portfolio.
Was it a conscious decision at the time to say, I'm not going to have a pension, I'm going to go into property?
Yes, definitely was. I knew that by the time I retired that there wouldn't really be the type of pension that I was looking for. I control my money now. As hard as I want to work, as much money as I bring in, basically. The more work I put in, the more money I get out. I'm 30 now. I have around about, well, it's a basically rolling portfolio between 25 and 50 at any one time. I'm buying and selling on a daily and even hourly basis.
Would you say you're retired now then?
If being retired means that I can get up when I want, go out when I want and work in my pyjamas watching telly, then yeah, I'm retired. I kind of look at what I'm doing as playing a giant game of Monopoly.
Lee's trick is to buy when people are desperate to sell. That way she can knock down the asking price. Then she rents out the property or sells it on for a quick profit.
I don't really look for areas, I'm really looking at the price, so it doesn't matter where it is, it doesn't matter what type of property it is, as long as the price is right. My favourite hit, I would say, really is one that I did just before Christmas, picking up a property down south for around about just under £90,000, and within 4 weeks, without even cleaning it or tidying it, selling it for £136,000.
It's not as easy as it sounds though. If you're thinking of playing the buy-to-let game yourself, listen first to Tony Blair's pensions advisor.
Investing in property is not a no-brainer. You have to buy the right kind of property and you have to be lucky with the tenants that you get. You have to be lucky with the value of the property too. And if you were to invest in a property which is empty for a while, you're going to end up having to finance the mortgage with no income. That changes the economics of it.
So which are your ones?
That's one of them there, the top one.
The top one on the left?
Yeah.
Lee had exactly
3
that
bedrooms.
problem when she bought 5 flats in this brand new development. It wasn't completed on time, and for months she was stuck with 5 mortgages to pay and no rent coming in.
Here we are.
Now, it hasn't always been plain sailing, has it? Because this place represents a bit of a disaster for you.
It does, yes.
And what actually happened?
We bought 5 of these in this block.
All in one go?
All in one go. Nobody could move in. We couldn't even get tenants into view. There was no drive down. The gates were locked. The lift wasn't switched on until probably the middle of the year, so about 6 months later.
But you were still paying how much a month in mortgages?
We were paying £850 a month on 5 properties, which, sort of rounding it up, came to about £4,000 a month. And we couldn't rent them, couldn't sell them because we couldn't get access.
So has the fiasco that you've had here affected your property empire?
It has in a lot of ways. I was trying something a bit new. It seemed quite exciting to buy off plan. It seemed to be the new trendy thing to do, and I went with the flow, and it's not something I'll be doing again in a hurry.
If this disaster had happened in your first 2 years as a mini property mogul, what would have happened?
I think I would have been completely wiped out. I would have lost everything. I've been generating quite a lot of media attention recently, partly because of people worrying about their pensions. Now, here we are behind the scenes in my house, in my office, and I'd like to tell you a bit about Housemouse and how it can help you. Housemouse is online. It's an information centre and a property discussion forum. Let's take a look at housemouseuk.com. Right, this is the main website, Housemouse. This is the page you'll land on when you type in www.housemouseuk.com. The first thing we've got here is the Perspective Workshop. We've got a 2-day workshop running, a Perspective Workshop here. We have a section for news and events, which is linked to the discussion forum. The section where you can learn for free, landlord services and finance. Now, if I take you through to the forum, click on news and events. This is the community section, and we've got a very active discussion forum. You can register here, and this will take you to the forum. I've got a message on my inbox. We have a list of all the sections about property investing, from property discussion, mortgages and finance, a relaxing coffee lounge, and you can ask legal questions or property tax questions. And then if we go into the property general discussion, you can see that people are asking questions about right to buy schemes, the base rate, would you like to invest up north, and other people come on and type their answers. And that's Housemouse online. Housemouse offline, we can help you with interactive workshops. These are unique workshops with up to 10 people where we'll sit down with you and help you learn about property investing on a personal level. Let me help you accelerate your learning. Book on a workshop with me now.
Well, next, the multi-millionaire who started building her fortune 10 years ago with just £1,500. Lee Beven used the money to buy property, and now she's worth around £9 million. Sandy Barton has been to see the woman who can turn bricks and mortar to gold for tonight's Real Life.
Lee Beven lives in a rented house and drives an old people carrier, but she certainly doesn't need to. By wheeling and dealing in real-life monopoly, she's a property millionaire, a story which began at Shriftnell in Shropshire.
This is the first house that I bought, and I got a bargain. I did a bit of work on the drive myself and helped put a patio door in and a new bathroom, and I got the bug.
Lee used her £1,500 profit to buy and renovate a bungalow in Wolverhampton before switching to Essex, where she bought 10 more houses. But when a serious back injury left her disabled and housebound, she was forced to deal over the internet, buying and selling houses she'd sometimes never seen.
Partly because I was disabled and wanted to build up my own income. I really didn't have a choice, so I could either stay on benefits or I could get off my backside and get on with my life. And so I chose to get on with my life.
Within months, Lee set up 60 websites, buying penthouse flats before they were even built and taking on debtors' mortgages before the bailiffs moved in.
I'm helping people who need a quick sale. They're absolutely desperate to sell, and if I can make money out of it and help them out at the same time to stop them getting possibly repossessed in some cases, then yeah, I think it's great.
Lee's speculations paid off big time. How big, she won't say. But with up to 50 houses in her portfolio, it could be worth as much as £9 million.
You've got to have a go at everything in life. You only get one life, live it to its maximum.
Do you do it for the money?
Partly for the money, partly I want ongoing long-term security, but really because I want a good quality of life where I can spend time with my family.
Well, they say an Englishman's home is his castle, and this property millionairess is well on the way to owning her own. Sandy Barton, Central News.